What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Doing another video. Today, there's gonna be a quiet video. But just like, shit, notification bell. But react to the NBA playoffs of Game Weird. Check it out. This is from Jimmy Exit. This is from Jimmy. Man, this is one of the most entertaining NBA YouTubers out there. So check it out.
To Durant. Here is Durant moving on Tucker. He turns. He shoots. Yes!
That might just be one of the greatest playoff shots I've ever seen. KD with a game-tying dagger.
That was a great shot.
Away from ceiling
You know, that was one in the million.
Definitely not getting topped for a long time.
Bro, KD got the napkin. Bro.
Well, that didn't take long. This year's playoffs have been wild. Unpredictable matchups, crazy endings, airtight Game 7s, and a new wave of teams and players fighting for their first title. I can't remember the last time the playoffs were this entertaining. Trae Young has become the villain we didn't want, but desperately needed.
But Young been off. Don't even say it, bro. I'm gonna say it right now. You Bucks fans are still lucky, bro. I didn't forget. Y'all lucky, man.
No super teams.
The Hawks is finna beat y'all in 6 games
remaining, and the most recent title out of all.
Even though Trae Young he had a struggle game, he's still gonna beat y'all, bro. The drought is over. The last time these teams won a championship, the Clippers never won a championship. The Suns never won. Ooh, wow. The Atlanta Hawks won they won in the 50s. 1958. Wow. If I do the math right. Wow. 63 years. I'm not flight. I'm not stupid. And the Bucks haven't won it in 50 years. The 50-year drought could be over if they win it this year. And I highly doubt it's not going to happen. So it's going to keep going. So
these teams was 50 years ago, so the results of this playoff will be historic no matter how you split it. Paul George has lifted the Clippers to the conference finals for the first time in franchise history with no Kawhi. The Suns ascended from the depths of NBA hell to now being one of the favorites to win the title.
The Suns going to finals. No way, Clippers.
But
the Suns not finna blow no 3-1 lead. Ain't no way.
It hasn't come without its own set of setbacks and weird events. Now, personally, I'm enjoying all the young new faces we are seeing throughout the playoffs. Teams that aren't synonymous with deep postseason runs and players that we aren't used to seeing under the playoff spotlight. But the lack of star power in the 4 teams remaining is a bit odd and completely unprecedented. Out of the 15
live TV from 85 plus channels with local sports and news. YouTube TV. Try it free.
I didn't realize how many mistakes I was making in English until I started to use Grammarly.
It's like having a proofreader and an English teacher.
15 players that were named All-NBA this season, only 3 are remaining in both conference finals if we do not include Kawhi, who is out indefinitely. Where's all the stars? Well, they're at home, out of the playoffs, recovering from injuries. So far in the playoffs, there have been not.
Alright, so the All-Star missing playoff games. Harden missed 4 of 12 games. Harden's starting this body. He's finna get his 30s. His body finna mess up. You know, when you get to old age, your body starts flopping off. You're not gonna be good as you used to be. Kyrie missed 3.5 games. Mike Conley missed 5 games. Kawhi missed 5. Brown missed all 5 games. He didn't play. He didn't even play. AD played missed 1.5. Embiid missed 1.5. Mitchell missed 1 out of 11. 1 out of 11. And Chris Paul missed. But move the thing. 2 out of 11. Okay. That's a shame.
9 All-Stars who have missed considerable time on the court. 9. And because of this, it's easy to conclude that this year's playoffs, or at least this last run these teams will have to make to win a title, is easier or less exciting than past seasons. And this couldn't be further from the truth. As a fan of the game, do you know how exciting it is to see a young guy like Devin Booker showcase his skill on the biggest stage? For a third-year player like Trae
Screen record for the turn off, so I'm
conference finals.
What to close off and I'll be right back.
Players like Terrence Mann, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Mikal Bridges to get reps in these huge moments and come up big like they've been there before. future
All right, we're back.
and young guys like John Collins and DeAndre Ayton step up and play like NBA vets in their first ever playoff appearance? The Clippers, Suns, and Hawks.
Ooh. 2 seasons ago. So this was 2019. This is 2021, right? So the Warriors was obviously the Nuggets thing. Oh, the Suns and the Clippers. The Clippers still made it, but they got first round exit. You already know. The Suns was 15 seed. Oh, the Hawks was 12. Wow. And the Bucks mean the Bucks.
In the conference finals? Am I in an alternate universe or something? This is what happens when the league is more balanced. Granted, this balance came in the form of injuries and a weird COVID year. Nonetheless, the reality of winning a championship is very real for all of these teams. And because of that, we are seeing each and every one of these teams fight tooth and nail for their spot in the history books, which I think we can all agree beats the idea of a super team running through the playoffs without breaking a sweat. And speaking of super teams, my pick to win it all is officially out of the playoffs. After losing Kyrie to an injury in the second round and James Harden shuffling around on one leg, the Brooklyn Nets were in a rough spot just 3.5 games into the second round. But I want to take a moment to give praise to the absolutely magnificent performance by Kevin Durant. Because even through all the injuries and setbacks, the Nets were just inches, literally inches, away from the Eastern Conference Finals thanks to an incredible series and an all-time Game 7 performance by Durant. 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a Game 7 playoff record, 48 points. This was a masterclass in the game of basketball, spoiled by his size 18 shoes. But you want to know something crazy? As incredible as his Game 7 performance was, this wasn't even his best game of the series.
It's not?
Let's watch the defense by Milwaukee now. Durant fires. With the shot clock running down, he hits from downtown.
49 points, 17
Just 1
rebounds,
point.
10
I
assists,
mean,
on
still better.
an 82% true shooting percentage, topped off with a 26-foot game-winning dagger only Kevin Durant could manufacture.
Yep.
This man had 20 points in the fourth quarter to dig his team out of a 16-point deficit and come away with the win. This Game 5 was Durant's masterpiece, the best game of his entire career, and it really isn't even close. To put this incredible performance into perspective, before Game 5, KD's highest game scores in a playoff game were 35.1, his best playoff game during his time with the Thunder, 2 games with a game score of 38.5, 38.8, which came in...
So 10 years ago, it was 35. 2 years ago, it was 38. Wow. 3 weeks ago, probably almost a month now, 38. And 2 years ago, 38.
His 50-point performance against the Clippers 2 seasons ago, and 39.6, which came in the finals 3 seasons ago, when he dropped an efficient 43 and...
Oh yeah, that year. When the Warriors swept the Cavs. I was not for that year.
But Durant's Game 5 against the Bucks on Tuesday was far, far better than any game he
June
has
15,
ever played in the
2021.
playoffs
50.
in his entire career. In fact, Durant's Game 5 against the Bucks was far better than any game he has had in his entire career. Every all-time great player has a career-defining single-game performance. This was KD's, his masterpiece. What's even more insane is where Durant's game ranks all-time in single-game playoff game scores. Of every single playoff game since 1977,
That happened. Oh my god. All right, my bad, bro. My computer was acting mad stupid. I had to do some stuff, but I'm back. So, all right, let's watch the rest of the video.
game score in a single game going into Game 5 ranked just 63rd all time. But after a historic outing, KD now owns the 3rd best single playoff performance since the creation of the stat. After being down 17 in a series-altering Game 5. The box plus minus of every net starter that game, negative 12.
Legend tells of a place where everyone comes together to play.
12.8, negative 11.8, 2.7, negative 12.1, and 24.6.
Ooh.
But look closely at this leaderboard of all-time great playoff games. And, you see anything interesting? Damian Lillard, all the way at the top, with the greatest individual playoff performance since 1977. Talk about an underappreciated performance. I think collectively the NBA community talked about this game for, I don't know, about 24 hours, and that was about it. Do y'all even know what we witnessed that game from Dame? The greatest individual playoff performance in modern NBA history. 55 points on a 97% true shooting percentage. 10 assists, 17 points in overtime alone, an NBA playoff record, 12 threes in the game, all to lose by 7 in the second overtime. Which means chances are this mind-melting performance will probably be lost and buried among the other all-time great games that apparently don't matter because it didn't result in a win. And these insane stat lines and masterful offensive outbreaks will inevitably become less and less rare because, as we've discussed before, NBA players are getting more skilled, more savvy, and more offensively gifted every season. At the moment, Kevin Durant is third all-time in points per game in the playoffs, only behind Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson.
Wow.
What if I told you that LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Davis, Stephen Curry, Nikola Jokic, and Damian Lillard all cracked the top 15 highest points per game in the playoffs as well? The league's been around for 75 years, and somehow, half of the best playoff scorers ever are all in the league right now. And this doesn't even include players who don't have enough games to qualify for this list, like Luka Doncic and Trae Young. And if we take another look at the top playoff game scores of all time, you'll see that out of the top 100 playoff game scores since 1977, 28 came in the last 4 seasons. For perspective, it took 15 seasons from 2003 to 2017 for the NBA to produce the same amount of top 100 all-time playoff games.
What?
In other words,
NBA
NBA players
is
are
weird,
balling
bro.
out of their minds. So, if the Clippers win it all, Paul George wins his first ring, Kawhi wins his third, the Clippers franchise will finally join the champion circle, and we may never hear the Pandemic P nickname ever again. But probably not. If the Suns win, Chris Paul will finally and deservedly reach the mountaintop and will forever be a champion. And we will never hear the end of the Devin Booker-Kobe Bryant comparison. If the Bucks win, Giannis will get his first ring, and the idea that his game isn't suited for playoff basketball will, or at least should, be silenced. And if the Hawks win, Trae Young will officially be crowned the GOAT by, what's the population of Atlanta? 500,000 people. But no matter what happens, from here on out, we are on a collision course with history in the making. And in the end, only one team will survive to tell the tale. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
Wow. This is interesting, bro. Alright, man. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, notification bell, and I'm out. Peace. See you on the double.